welcome to Brass DTV. I'm your host, Brass Devon, and this is Skyrim, where I take on Elder Scrolls Skyrim as a level legendary difficulty, and continue our quest to take on the mighty Aduin and kick him in the nuts. We are proceeding from the Vigilant of Stindar outpost, or home base, or whatever you want to call it. As you can see, they're all still alive, thus proving that I am on level 1, as if the loading screens weren't enough. Now, one of my favorite things about being level 1 is I can steal stuff I normally wouldn't have access to, namely alchemic items that you find in this particular building. As is often the case with locations that are changed or altered by downloadable content, this particular location is usually a smoldering hole in the ground by the time I get to it. Because, well, let's face it, I'm used to playing as a level 500. Now, we are in the process of making our way to Tower Mazark to get the Elder Scroll so that we can learn Dragonrend from the ancient Nord warriors who defeated Aduin during the last Dragon War. And it's a pretty simple concept. This video is probably, what, 7th? Yeah, it's 7th. I've actually managed to get 7 done. So, we're going to be making our way to the Tower Mazark, which should be unlocked. The gate, the outer gate, which is common to most of the lifts that lead from different areas connected to Blackreach. Tower Mazark should be open because I should have gone there already, because that's my main entry point in order to get inside of Blackreach to collect all the Nirnroot, Crimson Nirnroot, in order to get the Crimson Nirnroot so I can get Sindaron's Serendipity, which allows me to occasionally get 2 potions instead of 1 when doing my alchemy, which is very good when you're making expensive potions and you're wanting to make money from them. Now, the only real difficult part to this is getting to the tower, because it is really close to a dragon, well, there's a dragon spawn point, and there's a giant's camp. Now, the giant camp can be used as a primary marker to locate the tower, because the giant's camp is not hard to find. And I'll probably show, when I get there, I'll probably show on the map the general location. And as always, giant toe, blue mountain flower, blue butterfly wings. One of the most expensive potions you can make at a low level. And great for building your alchemy skill and making gold. Now this should be the giant camp. Yep, that's the giant camp. I can never for the life of me remember the name of it, but I'll bring up the map. You'll be able to see the general area. So it shouldn't be too hard to do a screenshot of the general area where I am to know where the Tower of Mazark is, in order to bypass all the running and fighting Falmer and crap that you have to deal with normally when you're going to complete the quest to get the Elder Scroll. Now right here is the tower. Now initially I used the bucket trick in order to get in here so that I could go down to Blackreach. So this should be open. With no difficulties, I should be able to acquire the Elder Scroll and return to the throat of the world. So this episode, I will be fighting Alduin. Now, this was I recorded this and then added the dialogue afterwards, because it's easier for me to talk after I'm actually doing something to explain it in better detail as opposed to being distracted by the giant flying lizard who wants to roast my nuts. Um, as you can see, I've already opened this up, which will completely streamline this entire quest to collect the dragon Elder Scroll. As you can see, it's a simple matter of just walking in, there's the dead guy, locating the control panel, which is up here. I don't know why I like that voice for dealing with Dwemer ruins. You place your square of knowledge and push the buttons. Now, I honestly don't know what the combination of buttons is supposed to be, so I just push them at random. If it doesn't do anything, I push a different button. Simple enough. Because these have to be pushed in a certain order, and if they're not pushed in the right order, they just don't do anything. And eventually you'll get the buttons on the left to open up. Those two buttons over there. That center pedestal doesn't do anything. So I'm just going to keep pushing these buttons. See? There you go. And it moves things around a bit. Try pushing these again. That didn't do anything. Alright, I'll try doing this button, and see, it opens up the thing. And you change the... There you go. And that should be it. Now, remember, take the little square of knowledge, and this should open up and get you the Elder Scroll you need for this part of the quest. And this Elder Scroll is going to be useful for the Dawnguard downloadable content also. So now we make our way to the Throw of the World and learn the shout, Dragon Rend. Now, as anyone who's played this portion of the game can tell you, you learn Dragon Rend, and then you go straight into a conflict with Aduin, the World Eater. And, yeah, it doesn't really give you an opportunity to strategize, and so most people who play it the first time are...
You have it.
Yes, I have it.
The Kell.
Caught off guard.
The Elder Scroll.
Yes, the Elder Scroll.
Time shudders at its touch.
Ah, and there's the warp.
Akatosh, the very bones of the earth are at your disposal.
And there goes my vampiric weakness kicking in, because it's day just great. I started, and then I landed in the middle of sunrise.
Do not delay.
Yeah, do not delay. Alduin's coming. I'm going to save before. Then I'm going to go in and then activate the Elder Scroll. I always go to scrolls for some reason because it's a scroll. And then open the scroll like so. And witness. This is going to be fun.
Gormley, we're running out of time. The battle.
The Arsu Thulsi Alduin creed. Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krief Wolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
For Skyrim!
Yeah, on Skyrim forums they talk about there's usually a huge debate over who had Skyrim first, and technically it would have been the dragons, because the dragons were here before the snow elves, and the snow elves were here before the Nords, and the Nords were here before the Dark Elves and the Argonians. So, yeah, everybody was here before somebody. I don't know why they even argue about it. And for some reason, my game glitched, and she's not doing anything. So this is most of the video right here. These two sitting here, fighting this dragon. No, but it does take a long time. You got a critical hit. Yay! So yeah, this fight is going to be as long as the one I have with Aduin. Well, the first time I die once fighting Aduin, which is not unexpected, considering the fact that Aduin could quite literally just chomp down on me and do the ragdoll thing with me, which you'll actually see what I'm talking about if you haven't already seen that particular dragon move, because that will occur when they're fighting Aduin in the recesses of time. Honestly, I think that it would be really funny if Aduin threw one of them in the air and caught them in his mouth. That would be amusing. But yeah, this is a very long and drawn out battle. See, I do believe that she's supposed to be helping, but I think maybe her script glitched or something, because normally I remember her attacking the dragon also. But in this video, I will actually... Ah, there you go. He's finally dead. I actually defeat Aduin. Oh, now she decides to...
Stormlight sent you down to death.
Yeah, now she decides to...
Hakon! A glorious
Act.
day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Aduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Aduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
I just now noticed him.
He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade
I
alone.
would love to do voice work for
But none have
Bethesda.
yet stood against Alduin himself. Galpin, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once
They
we
did
bring
not
him
have
down, I
Dragonrend.
promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is
Because
why
he cannot be
I
dead.
brought the Elder Scroll.
He can only be destroyed in Aetherius, where his true form resides.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need it.
We will deal with Aduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
Is that what he would... Is that him? Yeah, it is.
Me, Tarudis, Ani, Him Hind Paliv, Surun Indan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
Nivarim Jur, what have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarudis Parthenax, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, you will die in terror, knowing your final fate. To feed my power when I come for you in Southern God.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You feel fear for the first time, Worm. I see it in your eyes. Skyrim will be free!
I suppose that the reason why you can learn Dragon Rend from just seeing them use it and hearing them use it is because it was originally created by humans.
Hold Aduin on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings unto the last.
Nothing like a banishment spell to really piss off a dragon.
You are banished!
Of course, you know he would have been rendered blind.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Okay. The Elder Scrolls must like me because I keep reading them and they don't make me go blind. The hell? Must have been some sort of audio glitch.
Aloki Nakib Silesur. My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals, Dovahkiin. Die now, and
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your little speech by saving?
for fate in Southern God.
Okay, making sure it's saved. Come at me, bro!
You are too late, Aduin. Dovahkiin, use Dragon Rend if you know.
Yeah, Dragon Rend. Sure, okay. And the following my failed attempt at beating Alduin the first time.
My power has waxed, while yours
So I got my buddy, my dark elf compatriot, his flaming Atronach, and Parthenax will be my aid, and
Rasokoran, never again. He is too strong on the wing. To go with Dragon.
he's too strong on the wing.
Dove, Ruthwan, Marine You may have picked.
Okay. He used the shout. Yep, there it is. That's the shout that he used whenever we were in Helgen. Which I actually skipped that. And look at my inventory, see what I got to work with. Only delaying the inevitable. Fortunately, I did remember to save before making my trek into battle. You can hear my heartbeat in the. Yeah, this is gonna end well. And I was asked by someone on the comments on one of my previous videos where you get the potion, how you make the potion of well-being, which is in my inventory. You can't actually make one. You have to find them in Solstheim. You can find them in Solstheim in chests. You can get them from alchemists, like the one in Raven Rock. And I think you can get them from the alchemist at Tel Mithrin. But that was a question posted on one of my other videos. I think it was episode 5 by one of my subscribers. But it's one of those things you can get. You bring the alchemist in Raven Rock 5. What's the word I'm looking for? Items. I can't remember the word. Helpings of Netch Jelly? There's a word that I'm looking for. Oh. Basically, you have to bring her 5 helpings of Netch Jelly, because I can't remember the word I'm looking for. There's a better word for it. Doses? Basically, you gotta bring her 5 things of Netch Jelly. She'll be ever thankful, and she'll give you some potions of well-being. I think you get potions of well-being from the fungus specialist at Tel Mithrin. She's like, I can't remember the name of it, but she's a nice enough dark elf. You get her 3 tap roots soaked in the headwaters of some river, and she'll give you some potions and stuff.
Arthurnax is weak. I am strong.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna continue fighting this guy, and then he's gonna kill me. Like the weak ass that I am. Clear Skies actually negates the effects of his meteor storm shout until he uses it again, which doesn't seem to be very long for him. So yeah. And you can see the almost immediate effects of Clear Skies, negating his meteor storm shout. And he does it again. Clear Skies has a relatively low cooldown time. Now, most of this video is me fighting Aduin. Yeah, Parthenax is not really useful. He makes for an excellent distraction. I think I actually hit him with Dragon Rend during the course of this battle. Which doesn't do any damage, but it does drop them. Forces them to land. I wish it did damage. I mean, like, noticeable damage. He's too strong on the wing. Bring him down with Dragon Rend. As you can see, I'm getting bombarded by his meteor storm. I'm trying to use the rocks as a shield to stand between me and his meteorites that are flying down on my head. I can barely tell you two apart when you're flying up there. It wasn't until the second time, after he killed me the first time, I figured out where the best spot was to stand. And it's a valid place to stand whenever you're dealing with Aduin up here. See, it took me a while to figure it out. Yeah, that's him calling down another meteor strike. I should get killed here in a little bit.
Use Dragon Rend.
See, I'm trying to hide and it's not working. I think this is the landing. I'm real close to dying. Yeah, I'm getting close.
I have feasted on many greater than you.
One direct hit is all it takes for him to kill me. Yep, here it comes. I'm pretty sure this is getting real close to the moment where he kills me, because I remember he was landed and I was hiding from him behind this word wall thing. We're getting closer. See, if I had figured out where I was supposed to stand to begin with, I probably would not have died the first time. But, you know, even for someone who has played Skyrim as much as I have, or as long as I have, there's always, you know... Yeah, there we go. There's always room for improvement. There it is. Alright, now he's going to come down. I think I landed him and Parthenax. Yeah. I gotta be getting close to death. Yep, I think this is it. I think this is it. I think this is the approach that killed... No, maybe not. Because I know I make him land. Because I was right in this general area when he hit me with... I don't know if it was a wing or a shout. But I fell backwards and off the side of the mountain. And don't worry, the second time is going to take way less time than this time is, because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. The first time I toe-to-toe with him. Yeah, that healing doesn't really help if you get hit by rocks. I guess you could say one of the perks of having to watch this video all the way through is you learn the perfect spot to stand to fight Aduin the first time. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that sword. I'd have to be point blank range to use it. Believe me, when you've got less than 100 health, being point blank range is a bad idea. I know I'm getting close. I don't know what the deal is with Parthenax constantly repeating the "use Dragonrin to bring him down," blah blah blah. I don't care. I'm not in a position to hit him. He's too far away. Now, the cooldown period for Dragonrin and the amount of time it takes for it to wear off so he can take off into the air again is set up just so that you can actually Dragonrin him and he'll land, and then Dragonrin him before he can take off again. Yeah, I'm real close to dying. I'm so close to dying. I got desperate right here. I was like, I'm desperate. I don't care anymore. I'm so desperate. And there it goes. That is death right there. This is where I died. As you can see by my health bar, there's nothing left. This is where I die. See, I'm backing up. Off I go! Okay. Now that I have died. I mean, I survived for a long time, but now that I died, now I can go in and fight him and actually maybe survive. Okay. Now, how to do it the right way. Use Dragon Rend if you know it. Okay, so basically, this is how to do it without, you know, being a complete and utter loser like I just was. Alright, so there's some things that will help you if you've got the Dragonborn downloadable content. If you have archaic knowledge of Arcana, which I'm pretty sure that's the name of the spell. It gives you 0 spell cost for all spells. Then you can summon a Flame Atronach Thrall, a Flame Thrall, and then you'll be able to use that Flame Thrall will stick around, and you'll be able to run around and hide while it just casts fireballs. Now, one of the important things about dealing with a dragon is you need to stay out of line of fire of his shout. His Thume is deadly, especially when you're a weakling like I am. It's like if you're too weak to fight, you must use strategy. Now, I don't know what possessed me to equip the sword. It was clearly the wrong thing to do. Fortunately, Aduin seems more interested in fighting his brother than he is me. Now, this is where I realized that I need to find shelter. I need to think of a place that I can hide that I won't end up dead. So yeah. Negate. I think that was negate. Is that clear skies? I think it was clear skies. And there's Dragon Rend. Alright, so I clear skied it to counteract. Dragon Rend to force him to land. And then I realized where I was standing. I realized where I was standing. I was like, ah, crap. I don't know where that is. There he is. Okay, so he just used Meteor Strike, or Meteor Storm, or whatever it's called. Now I'm countering it. So I got my Dark Elf compatriot, I've got my Flame Thrall, and he's got his Flame Atronach. Now, this is a really bad position to be in, because he can just fly over and do some serious damage. And I think this is where I start to realize maybe I should think about finding a good place to hide. That arrogant mortal comment sounds familiar. Now, you don't want to be in front of a pissed off dragon. There's Parthenax saying this is using. I'm alternating between Dragon Rend and Clear Skies. That's not a hard thing. That's not really much of a claim. I'm level 1, dude. Okay, yeah. Big flaming rocks, big flaming rocks, big flaming rocks, big flaming rocks. Okay, that should help disguise. Definitely. Okay, so you can tell there's a little outcropping right there. And I got him. Okay, gotta stay out of his line of sight because a direct line of sight means he can hit me with the shout. Okay, so now I'm up here underneath the shade of the rock, which should help protect me a little bit from the falling rocks. A little bit. Then I can just peg him with my bow from here. Now, I start getting into a rhythm of dragon rend, arrows, 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 dragon rend, arrows, arrows, arrows. And eventually I do actually beat him. And since I died and went back to my last save, it gave me back all my potions. And I have no idea what the range is supposed to be on Dragon Rend, but I'm glad it's far enough that I was able to hit him.
You will pay for your defiance.
Pay for your defiance. 2,
This is your chance, Donovan.
3, and I'm gonna start poisoning the hell out of these things. 4, 5. Yeah, this is definitely one of the longest battles I've ever had to deal with, probably because of my weakness. Just the power difference between Aduin and my characters is a lot to have to compensate for.
You are no match for me, Donovan.
Physically, he's right. Physically, I'm no match for him because of the fact I'm level 1. But he's stupid. I mean, like, really, really stupid. Now we just peg him with Dragon Rend. Wait for him to come down. So I started getting... Okay, that hurt. And see, that barely grazed me and it did quite a bit of damage. You get back into the shade. Halfway tempted to do a quote from 300. Okay, definitely need to ground him. Alright, finally. Okay, so basic strategy for fighting Aduin. This rocky outcropping protects you from most of his meteors, and that rock that's between you and him will keep his shouts from his direct shouts from hitting you. At least that's the theory. If you can hit him with Dragon Rend before he manages to start his rotation around, you will whoop him. So you fire 2 or 3 arrows, 4 arrows, 5 arrows, and then hit him with it again. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. shout. So it's 5 arrows and a shout. And that will keep him on the ground and keep you from dying.
Now, Dovahkiin.
So there you go. There's your optimum strategy for dealing with Alduin. Where even a level 1 can beat him. For those of you who are on the Elder Scrolls for console players who doubted me, eat my shorts. Ha!
Dovahkiin, you have
Ah,
become
see?
strong.
How hard was that? It took me a minute to realize that he was talking.
Firstborn of Akatosh, Malagi Zoklat. I cannot be slain here by you.
And watch, I'm gonna post up my character so I can do a selfie.
You cannot
Watch this,
prevail
watch this, watch
against
this.
me.
And here's the screenshot right here.
Mortal.
The screenshot I turned into a meme saying that I kicked his ass. Well, he kicked my ass the first round, but the second round went to me. And that is how you beat Alduin. As a level 1 on legendary
You
difficulty.
truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this
Not many
victory.
people can say that they've managed that.
Nilivrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Krongra victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open
That's
battle.
right. It's because I kicked his ass.
Alduin always was Pahlok, arrogant in his power. Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him.
I beat Alduin as a level
Yes,
1.
One of his
Level
allies
1.
could tell us.
Level 1
Mahus,
character.
but it
I
will
beat
not
him
be
like
so
a
easy
small
to
dog
convince
inside of a
one them
pinata.
to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace
See,
in
and now-
Whiterun, Dragon's Reach.
Now I gotta do the
It was
whole
originally
sitting at the
built to
table with
house a
Stormcloaks and the
captive Dova.
Imperials and clapping.
fine
You know
place
I'm
to
gonna
trap
clap
one of
whenever
Alduin's
Ulfric,
allies.
makes his little comment about the Thalmor ambassador.
Yes.
So be
but your
prepared for it,
food
because I don't
is
like the
strong.
Thalmor.
I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
It's one of those things that, I don't like the Empire because they try to
Yes.
chop my head off at the beginning
This
of the
was
game.
ages ago, you understand.
Kind of hurts your relationship
There were
with someone
more
when you
of
try to
us
kill
then.
them for no damn
Before
reason.
the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and
It's like nothing like an
killed all my
attempted murder.
Zema.
And yes, that counts as murder.
I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own
That must suck.
name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkosayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Alright, so our
Lok Thum.
Alright, so now we have to convince the Jarl of Dragon's Reach to be our buddy and help us catch a dragon. But in order to do that, we're going to have to get a truce to go on. We're going to have to get a truce between the Empire and the Stormcloaks so I can continue to hunt down Alduin and finish off all of his little lackeys. I'm not really concerned with that, but what's his name? Sun Tzu is going to be really hard for me to fight because he is really powerful, like Ebony Warrior powerful. So here we are. I've beat Alduin, and using that strategy towards the end, you should be able to too, regardless of level or difficulty setting. This is Brass for Brass DTV saying, be good to yourself, be good to others, and if first you don't succeed, yell at the top of your lungs, "Cha!" And that'll confuse your enemies enough that you might be able to hit them in the nuts. Peace out.